Welcome back to the ice cream challenge. It's a beautiful day, the bike is gleaming. Yep, you guessed it, it is time for another ice cream. So welcome on board again, everybody. We're heading out for another ice cream. I am loving this series, and so far so good. Another sunny day. I'm sort of blessed. What more could you want out of a day? Sunshine, a beautiful motorbike, and an ice cream. So obviously today I'm on the Royal Enfield again. As you probably know by now, I only really bring this bike out when there is a bit of sunshine. I don't like risking the chance of it getting wet and rusty, especially in this edition of it, which is the Mr. Clean version of it, the Chrome edition. Now, as I said in previous videos as well, if you are an ice cream seller and you want me to visit you and sample your delights, then please just get in touch at wheeliegoodvideos@gmail.com or leave a comment in the section below, and I'll do my best to get there and sample your delights. I insist I pay for it, however. I'm not taking freebies because that's part of the thing I'm scoring on, the price of it. Actually, on that note, what I do score the ice creams on is obviously the quality of the ice cream itself, the texture, the taste, also the cone. I might have mentioned on a previous video, I've had a few cones which definitely didn't sort of taste fresh. Didn't have that right crisp or that right bite to them. And I also rate it on the whole experience of buying the ice cream, the people who are selling the ice cream to me as well. There's a few other factors which come into play, the size of it as well, and can't think what else, but just the whole ice cream experience. Just checking well, I was looking to check the time there, but I don't have the time on the dashboard on this bike. Silly me. As per usual, I'm in a bit of a rush. I've got other things to do today, so my wife thinks whatever she thought about me going off on a Swanee every time I said I was going out just for a spin on a motorbike, and now I'm telling her I'm going out for a spin and an ice cream. I mean, she honestly thinks I'm taking the mick at this stage. A privileged gentleman, I think she called me this morning. She's dead right. I'm not going to argue with that. So today I'm heading to Shercock, which again is in County Cavan. If you've been following this little strand, then you'll know I'm trying to keep all of the ice creams within County Cavan. It would just be very unfair to, only do one or two outside of the county of Cavan. I'd sort of feel as though I had to do the whole country. It's not a bad idea, but obviously not this summer. But maybe sometime in the future rather. But for now, we're staying in County Cavan. So I don't even know if Shercock has an ice cream shop or a cellar. But it seems, it's funny when you're looking for something, you start noticing it, don't you? So over the last few weeks, everywhere I go, I'm looking for ice cream shops. Albeit I'm in a car, and so I don't stop, I don't sample the delights, because I want to do it for real, and what we say in the TV industry, as live. So it is for real. It's just my reactions are for real, put it that way. So hopefully there is an ice cream seller in Shercock. Look at these roads, look at this countryside, look at this bike. If you're wondering what that is, by the way, I quite often get asked what that little thing is there. It's the Michelin tyre pressure sensor. I think I have it on all my bikes now, and to be honest, it's just great peace of mind. So I'm monitoring that all the time. It's weird how the tyre pressures have changed. Well, it's not weird, it's called science. How the tyre pressures have changed over the last couple of weeks since the weather gets a bit warmer. So just adjust your tyre pressures. So I've actually softened these tyres a little bit, just to have a bit of better grip on the road, especially the twisties. I am going to be replacing them in the near future, so I know when you soften your tyres, you do wear them out that little bit quicker. I don't mind if it means having a bit more grip on the road. I'm quite happy to go through the tyres that little bit quicker. I don't like these tyres anyway, so the first opportunity I get, I'll be changing them out. I used to have a friend, actually. Imagine that. I used to have a friend. No, I used to have a friend who was mad into his vintage motorbikes. Mike, he was called. Lived. Oh, look at the size of that buzzard. Don't forget about the bend straight ahead of me. I don't know if you caught a glimpse of the buzzard. It was just on the horizon, just above the hedge line. Big boy he was. But my friend Mike collected vintage motorcycles, and I had absolutely no interest at all. This was during my 30-year sabbatical of motorbikes, so he used to take me down into his dungeon and show me these motorbikes, and a splendid collection it was as well, but I just had no interest. Unfortunately, Mike has passed away since, which is a terrible shame, because me and him now would have had some crack. In fact, I'll just tell you a little brief factoid about Mike. It was unbelievable. He was also in the TV industry, and it was also English. He'd moved to Ireland just like me, and this is just outside of the town where I moved to. People heard that, in fact, we were both ex-BBC people, and people heard about this and thought it was uncanny, so it was arranged that we should go to an organised dinner together with our wives. God knows, I'll never forget the night. In fact, Mike lived down there. Me and my wife were going to this organised dinner arranged by two lovely other people, and we suddenly thought on the way over there that night in the car, do we really know what we've been invited to here? Is it going to be keys in the bowl job? Anyway, we couldn't have been further from the truth. Lovely people. We had an incredible evening. And now, let me tell you this is unbelievable. So Mike, turns out, he was a sound recordist within the TV industry over in England in the 70s and the 80s. And anyway, when anybody asks me what my favourite film was of all time, it's a film called Kess. It's a Ken Loach directed film set in the north of England. It was the first film I ever went to see in the cinema. It was a school trip, albeit, and I've never forgotten it. I loved the film, I loved everything about it. I won't go into the film, but lo and behold, guess who the sound recordist was on the film? Yep, it was Mike. So we struck up a fantastic friendship, and we had many a glass of whiskey in front of a fire, normally at Christmas times, talking about the good old days. And he told me so much about working on that film. It was just like magical for me to sit and listen to. Anyway, there you go. That's my that's my little trip down memory lane for this week's video. We're just coming into Shercock here. I'm gonna just ride up and down the street until I see an ice cream sign. There's no rhyme or reason to which shop I should go to. If there happens to be 5 or 6, I'll just sort of pick one. So I think I'm going right here, unless there's an ice cream sign to the left. Can't see one, so I'll just turn right. Oh, I'm not holding out much hope here, folks. Surely to God you can get an ice cream in Shercock. That's normally where they are, isn't it? No ice cream sign there. They're missing a trick. Missing a trick. Oh, there's a garage down here. Maybe the garage sells it. Oh, ice cream. Ice cream alert. Thank God for that. I was getting a bit worried there. Right, power off, and I'll get in the mood for a 99. Do you sell ice cream?
I do, yeah.
Oh, thank God for that. I always panic when I walk into a place and think maybe the ice cream machine's off or anything. Can I ask you a favour? I run a YouTube channel. Yeah. I'm doing a little series this summer, okay, all about the best ice cream in County Cavan. Okay. Would you mind taking part in it?
Yeah, okay.
Do you mind being on camera? Is that okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, great stuff.
I mean, if I do, then I put on a bit of makeup or something.
Ah, Jesus. Well, then, and then you would have scrubbed the ice cream machine, you would have polished it and everything, so it wouldn't be fair. I'm taking everybody's by surprise.
Okay, perfect.
Especially myself, because I had no idea I could eat this many ice creams. But
How long have you been doing it now?
So you would be maybe the third or the fourth. I aim to do about 10. Maybe say not the third or the fourth. You could be later within the series. Who knows? I aim to do about 10. I'm scoring everybody out of 10, and then I'm going to go back to the winner at the end of the summer and give them a certificate. And so I just want to look at all the selection of all that.
Yes, now the time is not great because of the bank holiday.
Yes, of course, you've had a busy time.
A few things.
Yeah. But that looks amazing. I just want a flake. Do you have a flake?
Yeah.
Great.
Do you just want a 99 or do you want one of our tubs?
Oh no, just a 99. That's what the competition is. So
it could be better than.
Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Are you all right?
This man's
very good.
Filming for a YouTube channel.
Oh.
He's on Cavan and looking for the best ice cream.
The best 99.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So you're on the hit list.
Oh, I don't know about that. I could be on the bottom.
So I'll just go for a 99 with a flake and a bit of raspberry sauce if you have. That's great. I'd say you had a busy old weekend selling lots of these.
Ice cream.
Yeah.
The weather and everything.
Of course, yeah. Now that looks amazing. Right.
The pressure. Do we get to hear the result now? Or
Well, you can. Well, no, you won't know until the end of it, but you can certainly watch it on YouTube. Hold on a second. There you go. Thank you very much indeed, my darling. How much is that?
It's €2.
€2. God, that's
that's all right.
That's very cheap.
Does that get put into the...
Indeed it does, yeah. It gets rated on the price and the quality and everything, but €2 is very cheap.
Yeah, we've always had them at €2.
How do you make a profit on €2?
I mean...
What's your name?
My name's Colleen.
Colleen?
Yeah.
Okay, Colleen. Lovely to see you.
Thank you very much.
All the best. I shall go and sample the delights. See you later. Bye. Now, I'll just put the card away in the wallet. Of course, mate. Yeah, of course you can. Yeah.
I have seen different.
Oh, do you? What colour do you have?
Black,
The black one.
but different model.
I'll be delighted if you take a picture. However, I'm going to have to start eating my ice cream.
You can.
Yeah. It's always the way with the Royal Enfield, but it's melting. Sorry. Tell you what I think of that. But yeah, whenever I leave the Royal Enfield anywhere, you come out of a shop or a petrol station, somebody always wanting to know about it or take a photograph of it. Anyway, thoroughly lovely chap he was, but I've got more pressing things. I've got to sample this ice cream before it melts. So this is my first taste. It's melting very quick. Very good, very good. Lovely girl in there as well serving it. It's very messy, this whole business malarkey thing. And then the flake and the sauce and everything. Okay. It's very good. Not the best that I've had. However, it's not just about the quality of the ice cream. It's about the cone, which I'll get on and sample in a minute when I get down to that bit. But like I say, the girl was thoroughly lovely serving it, so that whole experience was very pleasant. The size of the ice cream is huge for €2. I mean, I think that is so far the cheapest ice cream that I've bought. €2 for an ice cream. As I said to the girl in the shop, how does she make a profit at that? Anyway, it's not as creamy. I think that's what I'm looking for. Just not the best. So I am going to score it. I'm going to finish the ice cream first, taste the cone, and then I'll come back to you in a tick for the scoring. But before I do, I just couldn't resist a pun. So, like I said, at €2, it's not very dear. Here's the score. Okay, I've taken everything into consideration. It's just not the best I've had, and that's what a competition is all about. Okay, some you win, some you lose. The cone, however, is spot on. I'd say it's this year's stock, unlike some of them I've had. So my score out of 10 for Daybreak here in Shercock is 7. There you go. Thanks a million for joining me once again on the Motorcycle Ice Cream Challenge. I'm sure I'm putting the pounds on at this stage as well, but really appreciate you tuning in. If you want to buy me an ice cream, click the link to the buy me a coffee thing at the top of the screen right now, and I promise I'll convert the money from that into buying ice creams, because at this stage I think I'm spending more on ice creams than I am on fuel for the motorbikes to actually get me there. Once again, great to have you along with me. What a wonderful summer this is turning out to be. Alright, we'll see you on the next one. Cheers for now, bye.